Hello, welcome to the Mother May I podcast. And I'm hyped today, y'all, because this is season finale of season 1. And this podcast has been amazing. Like, it has gotten so much good feedback. We have our own, look at me out of breath. We have our own Facebook group where we having conversations about motherhood, parenting, and all things related to the topic. And it has brought me so much joy to be able to share my truth and share my journeys through motherhood and be able to help other people along the way. And so I wanted to make sure that I ended this season off with a bang. I wanted to make sure that I end this season off in the right way. And so one of the things that have really been tugging on my spirit lately is 2020 really opened my eyes up to a lot of shit. 2020 really helped me realize that we can't sit around and just think that things are just going to magically happen for us, right? We can't sit around and just assume that one thing can be going one way one day and then they won't change the next day. Like, if things were to shift and you no longer had access to the resources that you have right now, would you be able to shift and move yourself into a different position without being thrown off course? And a lot of times we don't prepare ourselves for those things because we don't think about those things happening. We just want to think about the stuff that we have going on today, not realizing that we also have to set goals and intentions for our future as well. And so one of the things that I've been really, really heavy on lately is make sure I get my shit together, right? This pandemic, when that whole COVID thing hit, it came out the blue, and I was just like, wow, like everything shifted for me in my business, and I'm sure it shifted for a lot of other people as well. And when this happened, it really opened my eyes up and made me see that, yo, you have to always get your shit together, have your shit straight, have it tight and right, because you never know when another pandemic or whatever may occur and you have to shift again. And a lot of times as mothers, we sit on all these things that can be fueling our families forward and helping us pursue something higher for ourselves. We don't write the book. We don't start the podcast. We don't start the youth group. We don't start the nonprofit. We don't do any of the things that we know we deep down want to do because we always get so consumed with all the demands of motherhood. And what ends up happening is we become the mothers that are unfulfilled, that are drained, that are tired, and always dread the idea of motherhood. We may love our kids to death, but you dread motherhood because it's so demanding and it requires so much work. When the reality of it is, a lot of times we don't have systems in place that support us. We're not sure how to set goals. We aren't tracking goals. We aren't making realistic goals. And these things don't align with our schedule and our routines and the things that we already have going on within our household. And so what happens is we're not really setting goals. We're not really setting intentions. And if we are, we're not able to even make sure we hit those milestones because there's nothing in place to make us hold ourselves accountable to that process, right? And so that's when I was just like, for myself, I noticed that was what was keeping me from going to my next level. I did not know how to get myself together. I didn't know and understand the importance of getting my shit together on a regular basis. And so those things led to me getting to that point. Realize how those things end up affecting us, because then we hold resentment, then we hold stress, then we hold anger, then we hold all these different feelings towards our children and our families because we haven't been able to develop and tap into those necessary pieces of ourselves that are left unfulfilled. Because we don't have the capacity to even tap into our purpose. We don't have the capacity to even write the book. We don't even have the capacity to even think about planning or organizing the nonprofit. We don't have the capacity for any of that. And the reason why we don't have the capacity for any of that is because we are spending too much of our time, energy, and attention into things that don't benefit us into moving forward. And so for me, I've noticed one of the biggest things that a lot of parents go through is this process of just kind of winging it and just going with the flow. And I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those chicks that definitely go through the flow. Definitely. But I do want you to understand that when you go through the flow, that does not mean that you negate the fact that you have to have something in process that you're using to guide you along the way. You have to know exactly, you don't have to know exactly how you're trying to get there, but you need to at least know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to know how you're going to get there, but you at least got to know where you're going. And a lot of times we have this idea of what we want, but we don't understand the little steps that take us to get to that point. What pieces of the puzzle we need to put together? How do we need to organize our home to support that? What resources do we need to support that? We don't have those things in place because those aren't things that we typically think about. We think that motherhood comes with all this extra baggage, all these extra things that we have to do, when in all actuality, there are ways for us to get things done without having to put more on ourselves. Right? And so that's what I have created in the Get Ish Done bundle that I have created. It is now available. You can check it out on my website, and I'll put the link in here. But basically what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to give moms an opportunity to pursue something higher. Like, just because this season is over and just because I'm not doing my podcast for the rest of the season, that does not mean that the work stops. I'm still going to stay on, y'all. I'm still going to stay on top of you and make sure that you get what you say you want. Because at the beginning of the year, a lot of y'all like to set a lot of these goals and things that you want to accomplish. And then once January, around this time, February, we start lingering off and then it's back to the old ways. But it's time. We're not doing that this year. We can't continue to do that if we say that we want something different. If you want something different, you got to make a change. Nothing's going to happen differently if you stay the same, right? Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. You got to think about it like this. If your life is a reflection of the same choices, the same career, the same circle, the same lifestyle, the same issues, the same drama, the same bullshit, if your lifestyle is full of the same, then don't be surprised when you get the same results. This year is not about staying the same. 2020 has already taught you that you have to elevate. I don't even got to tell you that. 2020 has already taught you that you got to elevate. That is nothing I have to tell to anybody. So if that wasn't your wake up call that it's time for you to get your shit together, then I don't know what else I can do for you. I created this bundle because I know that if you sleep on where you want to go and how you want to go, you won't get there. And that's from my own mistakes. That's from my own flaws and mess ups in the past. But see, for me, I can use my flaws and my mess ups and things that I've experienced in the past to help other people. I can position my fuck ups in a place where I can say, hey, sis, don't do this. Here's a way that you can get through this a whole lot easier. Here's a way that you can get through it without stress. Here's a way that you can do it without feeling tired, worn out, and stressed out by motherhood. And as y'all can hear my baby in there screaming. But I'm serious. Motherhood is what we choose to make it. Motherhood is what we choose to make it. And a lot of times we walk around here tiptoeing like we little ballerinas. No, let everybody hear every step you take, mother or not. You're going to hear me coming. And I want everybody to hear you coming. It's time for us to get our shit together. 2020 has already showed you that. And we sitting on all these ideas, all these concepts, all these nonprofit and books and wanting to be a speaker and wanting to create like all these things, right? But you let it cloud you when you listen to what everybody else got to say, or worry about what this person gonna say, or trying to make sure you do everything for these people, or doing all the things for everybody and checking off all the check marks to make sure that you show everybody that you're such a great mom, but not realizing that the more and more you do, that does not necessarily put you in a position to be better. The only way that you can make yourself better is by filling your own cup up. It's by making sure that you do things that actually position you to feel happy on the inside so that you can actually pursue what you want to pursue. There's no way you can pursue a purpose. There's no way you can pursue a dream or a thought or anything that you want in life when you're tired, when you're stressed, when you overworked, when you're not clear, when you're burnt out. You can't do it. Nobody can. But for some reason, we expect ourselves to do that through motherhood. Baby, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so just because this season ends, I want you guys to walk away with something valuable. I want you to walk away with something tangible. I want you to challenge yourself to do the work. I want you to challenge yourself to consistently do the work from here on out. You can go back through previous episodes, get tips, get information, get whatever you need. And even if you need more support, join the Motherhood Circle. Y'all free to ask me questions in there. But what we're not going to do is sleep on our potential and pretend like we don't want more or can't climb higher just because we are moms. Absolutely not, baby. We getting our shit together. Period. And I'm taking along any mother who wants to be on that same wave with me. We're not using this as a way for us to say, well, we'll just wait for the kids to get older. Or we'll just wait until they distance and that. Or we'll just put it off until... Nah, we're not putting nothing off. Because you can definitely pursue your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations while being a mother. We're not choosing no more. I'm sorry. We're not even choosing no more, baby. We're doing both. Period. And so when you are on that wave, when you are thinking on that level, when you want to be surrounded by people who are on that wave, you get in community with them. You link arms with them and you challenge yourself to do those things that is required to take yourself to the next level. You can't get to your next level by hanging around people who can't even think on that type of level yet. They won't be able to see it. So if they can't see it, they're going to constantly tell you why you can't do it. Why it's impossible. Why you need to take a different route. They're going to always have that to say because they don't know nothing else. It don't make them a bad person. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they thinking is right now. And so you just got to let them think how they think and let them ride how they ride, and you do what you got to do. Period. You know what I'm saying? So if you would like to know more about the Get Ish Done bundle, like I told you, I will put the link below this video. You can also find it by visiting the Motherhood Circle on Facebook, which is our free community that supports this podcast. And that's pretty much it, y'all. I really wanted to end this season off with letting y'all know that 2020 has already showed you what time it is. Like, your family is important. Your aspirations are important. Your goals are important. All those things are important, and they should not be pushed to the back burner just because you're a mother. They should be pushed to the forefront because you are a mother, period. And that's how we're going to end this season. I'm so thankful that y'all have been rocking with me. Thank you so, so much. Continue to share, comment, like, and all that good stuff. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all back for season 2 because y'all know we ain't stopping. Bye, y'all. Listen, our season may have come to an end, but the party is just getting started. Listen, it is time for you to get your ish together. Go to my website right now to grab your copy of the Get Ish Done bundle. It is jam-packed with information that will help you pursue your purpose, get clear on what you need to do to pursue that purpose, and make sure that you get it done. Check it out now by visiting my website.